Do you want me to start or do you want to start?
I can start. I've got notes.
Shit.
They're all...
Go for it. Alright, start when you're ready then.
Hello and welcome to Tiny Hands. I'm Dave and that's Jakub, wherever he is. Welcome
always
back.
On the left.
On the left.
On the left. Always on the left. We've been over this. We went over it last week.
I know, but I'm confused. I'm looking at OBS and Discord and it's like they're both inverted, aren't they? So
that's a good point.
Gets me every time. Like for some reason on Discord, it's like looks further. I look further on. Like I'm sat over here.
I think it's a wider camera on Discord.
Yeah.
And on OBS it's more squared off because I look further away. I'm also reversed. I've realised. So
yeah.
My face has been flipped. How are you, Dave? How's your week been?
It's been good. Yeah.
Nice.
Usual job hunting and just chilling out. I'm eager to open this box that's arrived.
Oh, we'll wait on that. That was one thing I was going to ask you, considering I ask you every week, how's your week been? I'm curious what a day-to-day life of Dave consists of as you're drinking. Are you drinking beer?
It's a Copperberg that was left over from my birthday party.
What, 2 weeks ago?
Was
it 2 weeks ago? How long ago was your birthday?
It was on a Sunday. Well, my family come round on the Sunday, but my birthday was on the 23rd, so it was on like the... I don't know what date it would have been. I don't want to say a date I'll get.
It'll be like 2 weeks in behind anyway. So I guess it doesn't matter too much.
It's on like the 26th or something like that, but yeah, it's been sat in the fridge for a bit now, so I thought I'd have a little drink.
I know zero about beer, so I don't know if it's good or bad the longer you wait.
This is a new limited edition. It's a mixed fruit tropical, whatever. It's got pineapple in it.
Fucking gross. That's disgusting. Why'd you have pineapple in things? It's one of the...
Put it on pizza. It's a nice, tasty meal.
No, I'm fully of the opinion that you don't put pineapple on pizza. I think it's gross. I don't like pineapple full stop, so naturally I'm not going to like it on pizza.
Pineapple's nice and a bit of sweet and sour. It's a nice refreshing burst of juice.
Well, that's what gives you the sweetness. I guess it's alright in sweet and sour. But it's a savoury dish as pizza, so I don't understand why you would ever want to put it on a savoury dish, on a piece of pineapple.
I don't really mind it, but I've not had one for years. But there's better pizzas than Hawaiian, so...
Well, yeah, I think most pizza in the world is better than Hawaiians.
Oh, if this is on TikTok, I want to see the comments.
We had two comments on the Oasis Oasis versus Oasis debate, and I had to try and even the playing field. I cheated a bit.
I looked on TikTok and he's liked it on the creator account. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
so I've equalled the playing field again. I think I'm ahead still.
I think you're ahead by 1.
Yeah.
No, you're probably ahead by 2 because of my little cheating antics. Listen. I can't see the appeal in summer fruits. I'm sipping a Diet Coke right now because I couldn't
Could have got a nice extra large summer fruits. That would have been really nice.
If I had got it from McDonald's, what I'm sipping now, it would have just tasted like syrup the entire way. Absolutely disgusting.
We've still got them paper straws as your straw disintegrated into nothing.
It's slowly going away, yeah. But
that's the problem with these paper straws. You got to like drink it before your straws are gone all floppy, and you're like,
you know what you should do?
The hell?
You should buy metal straws.
Could do, yeah, but
good for the environment.
Then I've got to carry it around in a bag. But I don't randomly have a Mackey's visit. I don't know.
Just plan your day if you think you're going to go to Mackey's. Also, it's not that much heavier in your bag if you just fucking...
Oh, no, I'm not saying it'd be heavy. I'm just like, rarely I go Mackey's and then I'd like remember to... I guess you'd chuck it in preparing that you might go to Mackey's or anywhere else, but...
I wish I had metal ones in uni. I would have carried them everywhere. I think they're great. Yeah. Except for like... Sorry, go on.
So we went basically like every other day there until we went to Arizona Joe's.
Arizona Joe's is fantastic. There's a place in Bolton called Arizona Joe's. It's all grilled food. Yeah, it's got a couple of vegetarian options and it's all halal. And it's fantastic. I go there pretty much every Friday. I think they know my order by just when I call now. I think they recognise. Well, I get my sister to call. I don't enjoy being on phone calls, which is great for a podcast.
I wanted the fast food review guy to go there. He actually went to Bolton. You know that steaks on a plane. He went to that one.
Oh yeah.
And in the video, I could see Arizona Joe's behind. I was like, no, you should have gone there. And it didn't look too good, that steaks on a plane thing. And all the comments were like, no, it didn't look very good. It kind of just chucked it all in a polystyrene, styrofoam thingy tray thing, and just I was watching like you were so close. Could have an amazing burger.
High quality food. I want to try steaks on the plane because I like steaks. Not too fond of planes, as we've discussed in previous episodes. I want to talk. I actually do want to talk about it more, but I kind of want specifically Hamza to come on the episode because I want to get to the bottom of why on God's green earth you would go to Hong Kong and take fucking super noodles with you. I look back, it wasn't pot noodle.
He was prepared. We knew how bad it was to get food there. We were finding Macca's.
No, it's fantastic there. There's great food there. We had a couple of bad experiences, which is going to happen anywhere you go. Just go to a different noodle place. There's noodle bars everywhere. Hamza, come on the podcast and explain yourself, because you're an absolute heathen for that.
Called him out now.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to bleep your name either. I'm going to keep hounding you. I should actually message him. A better way to go about it is if I dropped him a message and said, "Can you come on the podcast?" But instead, I keep outing him online, saying you keep buying artificial bullshit when you're in the most pure place on earth to get noodles. Absolutely disgusting.
He was just casually just digging into him in the hotel room. Everybody had just eaten like some, I don't know, we went to some burger place or something.
I watched that video back I think after last week or the week before. It was either because I was editing episode 2 or we just finished episode 3, and it just maddened me. It made me so mad. It made me unnaturally mad because I can't see the sense in it. Some of the things I can make sense in. He brought Jaffa cakes, and I love Jaffa cakes. I think they're absolutely incredible. So I will give him the pass for that. I will never give him the pass for taking noodles with him to Hong Kong. It makes zero sense to me.
The snackies I bought, I just kept buying Pocky. Got addicted to Pocky. They were so cheap you could just buy like 4 boxes for
that's the other thing.
However much it was, and I just chucked them down.
Full. I'm getting mad. A full carry-on case of snacks.
Well, there was one of them little plastic tubs from like Morrison's and muffins.
Oh, you know what was 2 minutes away from our hotel? A fucking 7-Eleven.
Oh yeah.
They're everywhere. Go down the street, get some food. Learn the culture. Go on a walk, do something.
This episode with Hamza as the guest is going to be heated.
It's going to be heated. I'm actually quite excited for it because I think him and I argue quite a lot, but in a way that's... I mean no malice behind it. I do like Hamza quite a lot. On a scale of like 1 to 10, I give him a solid like 8. He's alright. That's like pretty high. I knock him down a couple of pegs, just because. I can't give him a perfect score, can I? Nobody's perfect.
No.
Did you answer my question from earlier, Dave? What does a day in the life of Dave consist of?
It'd be a very quick.
Over it?
I think we went into something else. But currently, I've recently my contract ended at somewhere I was working, so my day is basically like Groundhog Day now, where I wake up, have my breakfast, and then have a shower, then continue the job hunt and the usual, just browsing Reddit and just watching streams. Basically, do
you have the same thing for breakfast? Are you one of those people who have the same thing for breakfast every day, or do you mix it up?
Yeah, have Cocoa Pops and a cup of tea.
Fair enough. You've gone off the Weetabix then.
Weetabix is a really bad choice for breakfast. You're just bound to feel that about 10 minutes later. Yeah,
I've learnt that the problem with both of us is that our stomachs are appalling and can't handle anything wheat based. We will be dying the next day. Not even the next day, within like 10 minutes.
I think we need to do an episode based on just listing the things that like get us. get our insides, and just there has to be people that could be like each
Well,
one of
did
them
I-
could be a reel like of its own.
Well, did I
What
tell
food
you the
gets you and what
show idea I had for us too? Other than this show, obviously.
eating food and seeing how it breaks us.
Well, I wanted to call it Gut Punch. Because I think that's a good show for us. Just
Going
reviewing
round.
show from food
reviewing.
from across places and seeing how badly, instead of rating it on how good it tastes, how
It's like
much it messes us up.
it's like that takeaway guy, but he's like rating it on what it tastes like. We're just like rating it on how badly it like hurts our insides.
Yeah, it's a popular format at
I'll-
the moment.
I'll-
Is food reviews.
I'll give it a
Yeah.
7 out of 10. It's not got me yet. Maybe later on, then the editor can put in like an hour later, and I'm just like, God, these
Yeah.
chips.
I think we should, if we were to do that show, we should pace ourselves and maybe do it once a month, because I couldn't handle eating that much food in one go because my stomach would probably explode. I don't know if you've got it. I have IBS, which doesn't, if anyone's listening at home and is a fucking teenager, does not stand for itchy ball syndrome. You can take that and shove it. I had enough of that in high school. Oh, you got itchy ball syndrome. It's not that funny. I have a fucking gut that wants to punch me from the insides constantly.
I think this side is literally like breaking me right now. Like my insides are bloating
Sorry.
up, and they're going to be in pain soon.
Well, you and me.
But
Well, hang
it'll
on.
make a good Instagram reel, so I'll keep drinking it.
I tell you what, it's only going to get worse for you from here, because I have an idea planned later. That being said, I also had a Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's before here, and that's known to fuck me up for a long time. So I
I've
think
never had one of them.
between us-
They just don't look very nice. They just look sad.
Well, there's only so many options you can have being a Muslim, and
Yeah.
have you heard they're coming out with a vegan range soon?
There's
They're gonna-
the pretend burger that they're bringing out. Are they not the
Yeah, they're gonna
Impossible burger?
They're gonna test it in. Well, I assume they saw the success of the Impossible Whopper in
Yeah.
Burger King and thought we need to jump on that train
Yeah, we need to steal that idea.
because first of all, I went through a stage where I thought I'm never gonna eat McDonald's again. Fuck McDonald's. They sent out a tweet once that said we're never gonna have a halal McDonald's in the UK, and I
Oh,
thought,
shit.
fuck you, you suck. And then I went and got a filet burger like a week later. So I
You showed
relaxed
them
on my
good.
morals. I showed them good. They're still getting my money. I'm gonna eventually wean off of it. It's not good. But with this vegan burger, if it tastes like a Big Mac, I'm intrigued because I've had a Big Mac once in my life, and that was in Saudi Arabia, where it is halal.
I think as long as they get like the spices and the sauces, it's basically like the main part of the burger. They just need to make some sort of. They make like a mushroom patty, don't they? And then
I
they put
assume so.
like
I think
some sort of beetroot juices that make it look like it's juicy and that.
I think Burger King used mushroom.
Kind of want to try one.
Have you never had the Burger King fake Whopper? I shouldn't say
No.
fake. The vegan Whopper.
No.
It's good. I had it on. I only ever eat burger. I don't know about you. The only time I ever find myself at a Burger King is if I'm in like a service station
Yeah,
or like
same.
in Euston Station in London. It's like the two
Yeah.
places on earth that I will find. I would never actively choose to go to Burger King, but I think Burger King burgers are better than McDonald's.
Yeah, I think they are, yeah. The chicken burgers, the chicken legend thingy, that's better, I think. It's like a big long thing instead of the chicken. Is it chicken mac or something? What's it called?
The
McChicken.
McChicken.
Yeah. Everything's just muck, innit?
Well, do you know what? Gabby couldn't remember the name for Filet-O-Fish the other day. It was the other month, and she called it a McFish, and I couldn't stop laughing in the car. I was like, "Why isn't it called the McFish?
It should
Everything else
just be
is
called
Mc.
that, yeah.
The McFish sandwich. I don't understand why it's not called that. Maybe it is in other countries, and maybe just here and some other countries it's called the Filet-O-Fish. It makes total sense for it to be called McFish. I laughed at her so much, but then I thought about it when I got home, and I thought that's actually kind of perfect.
They've probably not thought of it themselves. They're in the office, they're like, well, we can't change it now. We've committed to fillet of fish.
We've had 20 years of calling it filet. What we're gonna do? Oh God!
They'll probably change it and there'll be like an outrage. Change it back. We don't want to be muck. It's like, all right.
Yeah, get back to how it was. No one orders the Filet-O-Fish anyway.
No.
It's literally only me.
I've got an actual note here for something that is related to Burger King. When I was little, there was we used to go to like Toys R Us and stuff, and there was like a Burger King nearby, and they used to have this massive fish tank in the middle. I just remember that as like, I had it down as notes for like childhood notes.
Trauma.
And that's just trauma. No, it was cool. You went there and you could eat your chicken nuggies and your chips, and there was like this fish tank, and you could just see all the cool fish. But now you go back now, they've ripped it out. It's like my childhood's been ripped out.
Do you think anytime they had a fish sandwich order, they were like, "Oh, let's go to the fish tank. Pull one out."
They were like pretty little tropical fish.
I feel like you see that kind of thing in like posh restaurants, where they'll have like either jellyfish or like a thing of lobster or like a thing of little fish. I've never gone into a
tank,
I've never seen a Burger King have fish before, like the swimming around.
Saw a lobster tank in Macra, and they all just look proper sad, just in there, waiting to be grabbed, and a knife rammed through their head.
They know their fate. People, I still don't know, and people talk about it all the time, whether when they throw the lobster in the boiling water, whether that's air escaping or they're screaming. And I think, well, they chop their heads first, don't they? So I assume they're dead by that point.
They just insta-kill it as quick as possible.
Is that the most... I assume that's the most humane way to kill a lobster.
There was some guy on YouTube that always used to, like, every video he'd always be doing with seafood, and he'd insta-kill them and then just chop them all up. He had a catchphrase. It was like...
To do the Call of Duty voiceover.
No, it was like a really generic catchphrase, like, "Oh, how is your day?" or something like that, and they made loads of merch. That was just...
What, he'd said that to the fish before he chopped their heads off?
No, the guy at the start of the video is like, "Oh, how are you doing?" And then he'd say, "Oh."
Oh, kind of like how we say hello and welcome. Yeah. I kind of, I'll be honest, I only started saying that because Jeremy Clarkson says it on Top Gear. Grand Tour. That other show doesn't exist, apparently.
You can't speak about that.
Well, fuck it. We're not owned by the BBC or Amazon. We're not owned by anybody. It's just a shitty little podcast. But I always thought as a kid that was a good way to intro the show, because it felt like a natural progression into the show.
Yeah.
Or I'm just so used to hearing Jeremy Clarkson say hello and welcome, I just picked up on it.
And then you transition into some banterous little skit, and then something happens.
And then he punches a producer, and then he gets put on another show.
You used to always like the bit with the celebrities in like fast cars, and some of them were just so bad.
Nah, I genuinely hate that. I always used to skip over that.
Why?
The specials were the best part, and
when they go camping.
When they go camping, when they go to a different country. The India special's quite good.
Yeah.
They got tons of good specials on.
It's that one where they go to America, and then they write a load of stuff on the side of the car, and all the...
Oh, that didn't age well.
All the guys are like honking the horns at them, and then they've got to pull over and like wipe it all off, because it's
that's
like...
That's one of them things...
It says stuff like... Stuff about the troops and all this other...
all sorts. And they're in like rural Alabama, and you kind of go, oh my god, this does not age well at all. I don't know how they got this to air. That's one of the few episodes where you go, you fucking shouldn't have aired this episode.
Yeah. Did you see yesterday that social media died?
It did.
Which is a good thing.
Do you think it's a good thing?
People should have cheered, yeah.
Well,
although, a good thing as in... I can't really say because I don't really use it that much, but it was good. It's quite good to get rid of social media. I'm one of these people that doesn't like it, like what it's done.
I think it's definitely good to get away from it for a while. I think it going... First of all, it lost them like $42 billion or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
For being down for, 12 hours or something
like that? Zuckerberg crying because he lost a few billion.
Yeah, he probably won't even realise he lost money.
No, it's just an empty shell of a lizard man just staring like... drinking his water without any expressions, his robot expression.
Oh, that fucking... People memed that for a long time. Like, someone put like a little smile slider.
The text that says like... commence smiling or something, and then he's like
It's a very weird video. I don't know.
Because he's answering his questions really weird in that that courtroom or something where they just want a straight answer, and he's like, "Oh, we do not do that."
Yeah, the best comparison I've seen about Zuckerberg is definitely that he's kind of like Spock from Star Trek. I think that's a pretty dead-on comparison. How did we get on that? What?
So I just said about social media dying. I'm trying to transition the topic to something recent. This happened yesterday. It's going to be a video that comes out next week. And everyone's going to be like, whoa, what are they talking about, man?
It's like, oh, Instagram's been up for ages. People will forget it's even happened.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. I didn't even, to be honest, I don't really go on Instagram all that much. I didn't notice. Actually, I should look at my my hours before I even make that claim. Should you have a look?
Have you got the screen time thing?
They got it in settings, don't they? Your activity. Hang on, it's loading. Daily average, would you want to fathom a guess of how long I spend on Instagram per day?
An hour.
No, longer.
3 hours.
No, shorter, 2.5. I still feel like that's a bit too much.
What do you do? Just browse the browsing page, or just
it never
scroll
feels
through?
like I'm on there that long, because I think I literally open it, scroll, and then close it again. And I don't recall anything that happens in those scrolling moments. It's erased from my memory completely.
What's the thing with that on TikTok, where it's like an infinite scroll of just continuously giving you like videos to react to? It's the same with Instagram with the Reels. That does the same, where it just keeps giving you stuff.
Yeah, and the problem with Instagram going down is the first thing I did was go to Reddit. That's a consistent scroll wheel if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
You can completely get lost in Reddit. The most annoying thing about Facebook going down was WhatsApp, because I use WhatsApp for my family.
Yeah, that's the thing I was going to say, is social media is like, in general it's kind of shit, but the issue is Facebook's like bought everything, so it's like, I can't use this app because they own this app and this app, so I can't do this. Surprised that they just buy everything, like, oh, we want this one.
Well, they own fucking Oculus Rift.
Oh yeah, they do that.
But like,
don't know if that's even like that big of a thing. I think they thought people would like go into VR and then go see their friends, but they kind of forgot VR costs like hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, nobody has 700 quid lying around just to buy a VR machine.
Yeah.
A headset.
I use one of those Google Cardboard things, but then it's obviously not the same because you don't have like your arms and stuff, and you've got to just like have this thing over your eyes. It just made me proper nauseous. I had to lie down. I felt really sick after it.
I've been in a VR once in my life, and I went to the Trafford Centre and they had like a big exhibition and you'd like walk through a ancient Egyptian maze. And the only thing in your hand was a torch, so there was literally no point holding the fucking thing. Realistically,
you not wave it around.
I waved it around.
Weapon.
That's the thing. I waved it around and then twatted my hand because it was a tight little maze that I was walking through.
Also, you were walking through an actual like in person. There was a little maze.
It was a big square, but there was actually walls, and obviously the walls were to replicate what was going on in the actual VR machine. Because I guess the last thing they'd want is for you to lean against a wall that isn't there and fall. So they had to put walls up. But
they could make really cool escape rooms with VR, maybe, you think? Because you'd just be in like a box and you could like access doors and pull keys out and see like puzzles on the floor and do stuff with your hands.
I think we should make an escape room in VR. What would that consist of? A tiny hands escape room.
I've been in 2 escape rooms.
Room and you're tiny.
Have you ever been in one before?
I have, yeah, in Bolton, and we didn't escape.
Because we went to one in London. We had like a friend. We like tried to give him a task, and he was just been so useless. We were like, he literally just had to put sand in like a thing to like get a weight, put it. But the sand keeps coming out, so he'd put like one handful, and he's like, I've done it. It's like, no, Cliffy, you need to keep putting it in, otherwise the weight won't like balance out. And he's like, oh, can't be arsed. It's like, you've got one job, you have to put sand in a box. And he's like, oh yeah, but
is he one of them friends that kind of lack a little bit of common sense? Is he listening to this?
No, he won't. I don't know even know where he's gone now. He's vanished.
Oh, he's one of those friends that go into the ether.
Yeah. Something as well that was annoying is he was doing that job, and because he's so tall, there was like this part as well. There was a light coming across, and the light was like reflecting onto someone else's puzzle, and he was stood in the way. So there was like a light. It's like, Cliffy, move your fucking head. You're like blocking you're like ruining the puzzle for someone else. You're not doing your sand job. And then he'd like abandon his sand job, go try and do someone else's puzzle. That's like, if you're working on something together.
Yeah.
And someone's trying to say, like, move this bit, but then the other person's, like, you've got your own way of working it out. It's probably easier to do it by yourself. It was one of those ones where he's like, oh, no, put this there, and it's like...
You're actually
I know what I'm doing. Leave it alone.
I think divide and conquer is surely the way to go for that.
Yeah.
If there's two things that are going on at the same time, don't both of you look at one thing?
We didn't escape that one. The room at the end was, like, a proper history room where it was, like, really historical events, and... you had to find like a book with like find the date of this happening, and that's the page that you go to, and that's got a key inside, and that key opens a door, and you've got to look through the keyhole which has got a code for another book. And some the guy
room for people.
the guy that was running it, there was like a TV screen and it could show you tips, and we would have stood there like, yeah, I don't know what to do. And I swear he must have gone through all of his tips that he could give us. He's like, try the door. Well, not stay, like stay in it that much. Open the door. Like, oh, maybe there's an entrance. Do. Yeah. And we're like, what the fuck does that mean?
I thought you were only allowed 3 hints. At least at the place that I went to. Oh, they give you unlimited, and you still didn't escape.
Well, like I say, it was like history stuff. No one knew like any shit. I can't remember the question.
Why did you choose a history room if you knew that you didn't know history?
It was multiple things. There was like a sci-fi room and then like an Egyptian room. It was called Time Run, so there was like multiple.
Mine might have been called Time Run as well in Bolton. I'll have to double check.
Might be the same guy. Might be able to get the picture of us. We were called something like 3 guys and a giraffe or something, because our friend's like a baby giraffe.
It's like a Stephen Merchant looking person.
Yeah. Well, one time, when we used to take him to the cinema, he's one of them people that like puts his spindly giraffe legs like everywhere. Like, he doesn't have one seat, he has like 4 seats because he's got to like extend his cricket legs out. It's like, Cliffy, come on.
Do you think he's shorter or taller than Chris?
Probably the same size, I think. Maybe a bit taller.
Chris is somebody else that I want on the podcast. If you want to meet somebody who's tall and gangly, Chris has a Peugeot and he doesn't fit in it. It's ridiculous. We went to, funnily enough, Burger King one time at university.
The Burger King story doesn't end well.
No, it doesn't. We'll have to. It never ends well with food in Chris, I've realised. In Burger King and in Amsterdam, he vomited. We'll have to again bring him on the podcast because I want him to talk about Amsterdam. But I had to sit behind Chris in his car, and I'm only like 5'9", 5'8", maybe. I don't know how tall I am, and I thought I was crushed. So I can't imagine how like you would have sat, because you're like 6'1" or something like that.
Yeah, I think one time I might have got. Someone tried to get me to go in that seat, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not happening. Swap now.
Oh, it was me. I was trying to convince you that you should sit in the back seat.
I think it was like someone you call in shotgun. It's like, yeah, that's not happening. Have you seen my legs versus yours?
I thought it would have been a funnier visual for you to sit in the back and me to sit in the front, because I would have all the space in the world.
Like a clown car.
And you would be completely crushed. You are like, I almost said you're very big. That would have been offensive. Like when I had the Toyota Yaris, anytime you were in the car with me, it was frequent that when I went to change gear, I ended up caressing your thigh because it was too close. I was going to say, you
accidentally grabbed my knee or something trying to change gear.
Maybe it wasn't an accident. I just wanted to get to know you a bit better, Dave.
Remember that time in Manchester where you were like trying to find that park in the underground little garage, and it was like a queue for like a nightclub, like just the middle of in the way, and we were like because we had to do it.
Wait,
no, it was like at middle at night or something, or not middle at night, but we had to like do a code to get in.
Night? Oh, are you sure that's not for fucking when we went to Design Manchester?
No, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Or was it Glug? as a Design Manchester? Because that was the beginning of the day, and we got out at night.
I think it was. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah. I think we come out and there was like a big queue of like people. I just remember seeing a load of people queuing like around the corner and going up this ramp.
I really shouldn't be sat on a hill in that bongo car, because it was only a matter of time before it died out on me. Well, that was a good 30 minutes with no interruption. Look at that. I think we're getting better at this podcasting thing, you and I. I think this episode so far has been my favourite, and we're only 30 minutes in. And I actually have a couple of bits that we haven't even got to yet. Should we talk about the first one that I had in mind?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I always ask you at the worst time. You're taking a giant swig.
Taking a swig, and I'm like, I can't say. I'll just say, yeah.
You spit it out. You should just commit to the podcast, Dave.
Oh, sad is terrible. For everything would just be sticky and ruined. And
oh no, how's that any different?
Summer fruits actually. That one time I dropped it on my Mac. Do you remember in the class?
No, I don't remember that.
I accidentally dropped it, and then
how did your Mac not die?
I don't think it was that bad of a spillage, but I had one of them MacBook cases, and I remember I thought I'd sort of wiped it all off with a paper towel, and I remember like a few weeks later, like I thought I'll take me a MacBook cover off, and there was a bit of sticky residue like on the underside. I was like, bit of summer fruits.
You're positive it was summer fruits?
No, won't be any of that citrus fruit shit. That won't ever get in there.
Yeah, the bit that I had in mind for this episode, which I don't know how long we're going to have for it now, is that last week you and I went through our Tinder stuff. Yeah. And the thing that I was supposed to do this week was to write you a bio so you can update and see if it helped you.
I've rewritten my bio.
Have you rewritten it? Well, that's good, because I didn't do it. I forgot.
I've actually logged into. You can actually log into Tinder on the computer, so you can be.
Who the fuck sits on the computer?
Why does it log me out? What does it log me out for?
Did you come into this podcast prepared and it logged you out?
No, I just had it as like a bookmark just at the top, and I clicked on it, and it must have been that Facebook thing. It kicked me out.
I don't know a reason why you would ever sit at your desktop and swipe. To me, Tinder
you can swipe like as if it's. You can swipe your mouse as if it's your finger doing it, or you can push the buttons. But
that sounds irritating. That sounds horrible. That sounds like a worse way to do it. But that
I used to just push the X button or the plus buttons, but yeah,
no,
actually ran out of likes the other day.
I didn't know you could run out. How many likes do you get allotted a week?
I've no idea, but I was reading up about it. Apparently it's like a feature they added to stop people just mass swiping, because I did that in uni that one time.
I think I remember
sat there just swiping everyone, but they tried to stop that because obviously that's kind of like a bad way to do it, because then everyone does that and then they just get picky.
You should have done what Alex does, which is well, he said to me, I remember was it the first week of university, he came up to me and said, I can get a girl's number in a week. And I was like, no, you fucking can't. Listen, I admire his confidence.
Why did he randomly come tell you that?
Because he's a fucking weirdo. I don't understand it.
I guess he thought it sounds like the sort of thing you'd see in like movies where they're like, oh, you see that chick there?
It's like Barney from How I Met Your Mother. Without, well, first of all, Barney's a terrible character. But yeah, he came up to me and was like, I can do it. And I was like, well, go on then. And like a week later, it was like, yeah, I gave my girl this number. And I said, that's not the same thing. If you give your girl a number, it's not the same as getting somebody's number.
Found a loophole in your plan.
Well, it wasn't a bet, because I didn't care. I never cared for the conversation in the first place. I don't know why he told me. But if it were a bet, he would have lost. And he was adamant.
To cinema.
Yeah, and they never spoke again.
I don't even think that was real, because I'm sure we went to that exhibition, and I'm sure he said that he had like a date, but I feel like that was just him getting away, like he didn't want to be there anymore.
He also left us in Amsterdam because he went to go get a haircut.
Yeah.
But went back towards. We might have to bleep his name again.
Cheeky little red light district visit.
He did go back towards the red light district. I mean, he beat us back to the hotel room, and his hair wasn't much shorter. If it was shorter, I don't know about.
He's just checking locals out.
Yeah. That's what he's doing. Oh, none of the hairdressers are open at 9 o'clock in the evening. Surprise! What a shock horror.
I found the red light really surprising. Like, I wasn't really prepared for that sort of... It's just a weird thing to see just lasses just in a window. Just They're not exactly just sat there. They're like proper going for it. Like,
do you know what's weird?
Luring you in. Like, oh, fuck, you know.
You know what's weird is that it's set behind a church. So you, like...
You can go confess to your sins. I've just
yeah.
gave this woman a bunch of euros and now I feel dirty. And it's like, oh, you've forgiven my child. And then he does it the next day. I'm back.
Convinced.
I did it again.
I'm not convinced that Alex didn't go through the red light district when we were there. I'm not. I'm going to hedge my bets that the money that he would have spent on a haircut, he spent somewhere else. But that's up for him. That's.
Well, he's probably never going to get the chance again. I doubt he's going to go back to Amsterdam anytime soon.
You never know. I mean, the guy was from America.
Yeah.
So he might have been really well travelled. I think he had family in Switzerland.
Yeah.
He could apparently speak Swiss, but then we got to... No, he said he could speak... What language do they speak in Netherlands? This is embarrassing.
Clueless, don't know.
Oh no, what? Dutch? No, that can't be right. Hang on.
Google
now
it.
I have to... What language did Jesus speak is the first result.
What did he speak? That is a question.
Well, he's from Jerusalem, so...
People are searching for that.
Hang on, now I'm intrigued. Now, hang on, let me find out what they spoke in the Netherlands. They speak Dutch. I was right. Now, so what language did Jesus speak? I don't know how to say that.
Get Google to speak it to you.
Aramaic? What? I don't know how to say that. There, I've just typed it to you, Dave.
Aramaic.
Aramaic. Shit, is it that easy to say? I think it... apparently, it's similar linguistically to Hebrew, or vice versa.
Never
there you
heard
go.
of it before.
No, me neither. I'm
probably why people Google it. Are intrigued.
educated.
What does that guy speak?
I was educated in Bury, so I would never have known that. Bury is not known for its high education, especially not my high school. Jeez, it's gotten worse since I left. One of my teachers got twatted in the face.
By what?
by a kid.
Fucking hell.
It was like a year 9 kid. Apparently, I learned this from my best friend's brother because he went to the same high school as we did, a few years after us. And he said my form tutor got punched in the face, and then he jumped out a window like Spider-Man. And then safe to say that teacher don't work there no more, and that student got expelled pretty quickly. What a horrific.
He's been doing it for a TikTok or something, jumping out the window. Do it for the clip.
You think he had people egging him on? Fucking twat him, you know you want to. I know. Well, to be fair, he was my form tutor. I don't want to say that I get it, but
well,
yeah,
I think everyone's been in that situation where they like hate the tutors or something, and they like actually wanna.
I don't think I've known a single person
them.
Follow through with it though.
Yeah,
I've never thought I'm going to twat this teacher.
You just think, God, I hate this maths teacher. Fuck you, your homework.
Yeah, he was.
Some people actually do it.
He was an IT teacher. I didn't think when his actual teaching, I didn't think was that bad. Him as a form tutor, not fantastic.
I think a lot when they introduced that form stuff into my high school, a lot of them were just dropped
What do you mean?
in.
Wait. What?
There never used to be the housing and stuff when I was in high school. There was just like everybody was just 30.
You're 30. Well, surely they had like.
They added in later on. Like,
how big was your school? Was it not that big?
Not really, no.
Oh, maybe that's why.
I think it was in like year 9. We all got put into houses. There was Mason,
Gryffindor.
Actually, it was based on like Harry Potter. I think Griffin, Hockney, and Garrett. I think they're like famous Olympic people or something like that.
Oh, maybe. Ours was... Sorry, go
on. Mine was the blue one. There was like blue, green, yellow, and red or something, I think.
I'm not sure that we had colours assigned. Ours was ALSW for one side of the year and BCPR for the other side of the year. I can't remember for the life of me what they stood for. I was in L.
You took an L.
I took an L for... Well, I was going to say for 5 years. I wasn't there for the first 1.5. I was in a Muslim grammar school.
It kind of was like the Harry Potter thing where you didn't get to choose, you just got a letter saying, oh, you're in mess. And I was like, no. You go in the next day and you tell all your friends and you're like going round, who's in my house? Not that it matters, but as a kid you're like, oh, who's in mine? And there's like barely... There was a few people, but your best mates were in like the different one, and just by chance 2 of my friends were in the same one. They both got in the same what's it called? Form.
Yeah, forms.
You go to like a classroom and there'd be a little form tutor that like do the register.
Tutorial or form room. Yeah. It's funny you mentioned Harry Potter because this links back to the bit that I still haven't started yet.
They're gonna get us to pick a house.
No. We might not even get to the second bit. That parcel that I sent you today might not be open today. You might have to wait a week. And I think the content should be okay. But if it isn't, that's even funnier.
You've got something coming next week.
Have I got something coming? Oh, you're going to do it. What is it? Oh, wait, you
already
can't
arrived.
Yours has already arrived.
It's something that we're going to use and then
I'm worried.
Debate with.
I'm really concerned. That could be so many things. The thing
you've got to like carry on doing this thing whilst you're using whatever I've provided you.
I'm really concerned because you've really worded that in a way that could be dodgy. I don't know what that
I might have just used like big words and it doesn't sound that bad, but
it's going to come and it's like...
I've not sent you anything weird. I've not sent you anything weird.
Okay. Well, the thing that I bought for you, I also bought for myself, if that helps.
Have you got one now?
It's on my table, but I want to introduce it. I don't even think we're going to get round to it, to be honest.
No, we're running low on time.
But the thing that I wanted to talk about initially, running off the back of last week's episode, is that when I looked back at your pictures that you use for Tinder, and I couldn't help, and I've always thought this, and I hope you don't take this as an insult. I don't mean it as an insult. I've always thought you had a very familiar face. Do you know what I mean? Like when you meet somebody and you go, I recognise him, and I don't think I've ever met him. Not when you make that.
Yeah, friendly Dave. Everyone knows a Dave.
So I thought it'd be a good idea. I was like, I wonder if there's a celebrity that looks like you. So I wanted to run
You found one, have you?
Well, I want to discuss it because I found a few, and I'll be honest, I'm a little annoyed because the whole gag was to be funny, and it ended up being.
Are they all?
They're pretty complimentary for the most part.
Famous people.
I'll send you the first set of people.
Jason Statham, Bruce Willis.
Okay, I think that's a bit of wishful thinking. Not Eminem was one, which I don't really see.
It's because it's the eyebrows, I guess.
I think it might be the eyebrows. I don't know who James Toback is, but I think that's a little insulting towards you.
Oh, it's an app, Star by Face.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to fucking more of it.
Oh, is that guy from Lonely Isle?
Who?
That Jorma Takona. Are you showing me all 3 pictures, or you just want to show me Eminem? Is that what you're doing?
No, all of them, because I've got another set here, because it was an app.
Oh, it's that guy from Fargo, Colin Hanks.
Oh, is that who that is? I had no idea. Also, I think you kind of do look like John Hamburg. Don't know who he is. You got
kind of. If I had a bit of the stubble.
That's why I was asking if you could grow a beard, because I think you might be able to rock a little bit of stubble, but you can't grow a beard, so you'd have a feather duster.
I did have a bit today, and I was thinking I might keep it, but I went to an interview and I kind of shaved it off because I was like, might look a bit better if it's trimmed off.
Rory McIlroy was another one. Not a bad looking guy. I don't think he looks like you, but apparently this person does. The next 2 are hilarious to me because you got fucking Lance Bass, who is he
26%?
26%, and also Paul Rubens, who I believe is Pee Wee Herman.
Oh yeah.
But I thought, they're not insulting enough, and that's not funny.
Not funny enough unless we're laughing at some disgusting picture.
So what I did...
What have you found? Have you...
Well, I thought, I found some pictures of you. Here's a picture of you. This is you in Hong Kong. And I don't think exactly that you look like him, but there's something about your mannerisms.
Got the double chin action.
That is obviously Carl Pilkington. I think that's a safe bet. I don't think you look exactly like him. Maybe if you grew stubble like him. I think it's more so that you're a white dude with a bald head.
Yeah, I am Carl like, as in I don't like doing stuff. And I'm kind of like
good at complaining about
sort of
things.
A bit worried and complaining about stuff. Yeah, like going to Hong Kong, I was kind of like, rather just have a bag of crisps or something.
Oh yeah, we should. I would love to do like an idiot abroad skit with you. I would love to send you to a place and see how long you last. Because
I'd be fucked by myself. I can't organise like anything. If you like said you bought me a plane ticket and you were just like, yeah, by the way, you're going to here next week, I'd be like, what? And you're like, yeah, bought it. Everything's organised.
The funny thing
that's
is,
basically what happened to Carlo, isn't it? Where Ricky and Steve just says, yeah, you're going here, and it's like, oh, but I don't want. It's like, yeah, but you are.
You've only been to like 3 places in your life, right? And 2 of them have been with me.
Yeah.
Like, you've been to Germany, which I wasn't there for.
Went to Germany with my friends from high school.
Oh, friends! Oh, look at you, high school friend. You've been to Hong Kong with me and everyone friends. At uni. Hong Kong friend. and you've been to Amsterdam. Where also was a uni trip, and I was there.
It's kind of why I wanted to like capture it in a way. It would have been good to have it record, not like record, but I don't like vlogging it in a way, just because there was some stuff. But
I think the way you did it was quite perfect. I think the Instagram stories are pretty good.
The highlights were good because then people back home were like, some people were legit like excited to see what was happening. They're like, oh, I love seeing what's happening. Like I remember going back to uni and like Sam and Auntie were like, oh yeah, it was really cool seeing it all. I'm like, oh no, well Auntie was there, wasn't he? But I think it was Sam. But I think even they were like looking, because they weren't with us all the time, so they could see, oh, what's the gang been up to? We've gone off somewhere and gone to go get some food or something.
Yeah, I've actually forgot what I was going to say something and it's completely gone from my memory now.
Idiot abroad.
Nah, it doesn't help.
Holidays, travelling,
it was something
Instagram.
To do with the Instagram highlights. I think they're a nice chunk of like clips. That
can go through them one day if you want.
Let's wait till Hamza's in the call with us, and then we can berate him for hours on end about why.
I think that could just be a YouTube video. I think, not like in a podcast where an actual YouTube video where we sit down and we're just like, this is us, just going through. We can just talk and yeah.
Do you want to know I found 2 more people who I think you look like.
Cool.
I found this picture of you, your favourite.
Okay, now.
Who do you think? That's a good point. Who do you think?
Something with a nose.
I tell you what,
some
you're not
Muppets
far
character. What's that guy called?
It's Gru from Despicable Me.
I
think it's pretty spot. I think maybe for Halloween you could just dress up as Gru. I think it's a good costume.
It's literally just a guy with a black coat and a scarf. You can be a minion then. I want to see you in yellow pen with a little little thingy on. What do they wear?
Oh no,
little overalls.
I've doubled down in the wrong direction.
You've got to go around shouting banana at everyone.
Oh, I had an idea dress.
I've not watched that much of Despicable Me to know any more catchphrases.
I had an idea for us to dress up as Halloween, but you may have just derailed it with that. Oh no.
I kind of have an idea as well, but we'll have to see.
Well, we've only got a couple of weeks until we should record it. We should record it in advance, I say.
Yeah.
But the last person, I wanted to use a picture that was close to your heart and compare you to Boss Baby.
Fuck you now.
I think that's pretty spot on. I think you could also dress up with Halloween because you just need to wear a suit.
You've just found the suit.
think that's pretty good. I had to literally. I spent my weekend searching for pictures. I had to think about this. I had to put time into this bit. You know what the worst part is? Is it completely backfired on me? Because I was talking to Gabby yesterday about who I look like. I ran my face through the converter first, but who would you, if you were to guess who Gabby said, or just to guess who you think I look like, who would it be?
I've had this. I've thought this before, but I can't actually think what I thought.
If you say Raj from The Big Bang Theory, I'm gonna kill you.
No, it's not that. It's like something with a beard that I don't know. I can't think.
Well, maybe some of the people in this list will spark your. Jesus
Excuse me.
Christ.
Call them peaks in the
How
Audacity audio.
You've absolutely blasted people's eardrums. Is that right? No one listens.
It's all going to get muted, it's fine.
No.
What's
am I
sneezing?
this?
Guys, what sneezing happened? Yeah, you're editing this one.
Oh, well, then I'm leaving the sneezes in. You've ruined this episode.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, listeners.
So Gabby,
follow me on Instagram, Dave_Backhouse.
Fuck's sake, you're a dick. You're a slut for followers. You're getting
Trying to build it up, man.
build an empire. You could be a travel guru in a few years. Send you idiot abroad style to places. Gabby gave me the worst. I don't know if she meant it as a compliment. It almost felt like an insult. She said Daniel Radcliffe. Fucking Harry Potter.
How?
Apparently I look like Harry Potter in the way that I'm nerdy looking with glasses. She said I look like...
See that?
She looks like apparently I look like a mixture of Jordan Fisher. Jordan Fisher, by the way, very good looking man. So I'll take that. I don't think I look anything like him. For people who are listening to this and go, you don't look like him, I agree.
Someone that looks like Harry Potter got called it in Amsterdam.
Did. Somebody said, "Hi Harry Potter, do you want a lap dance?" And he went, "No, thank you." But Gabby said I look like a mixture of Jordan Fisher, very good compliment, and Daniel Radcliffe, less so of a compliment. Mix them together, that's me. Jodie, our fantastic animator, says that I look like Andrew Garfield from The Amazing Spider-Man, not Tom Holland. And I don't see that either. Jamie agreed. That's the weird thing. I don't know what it is. Funnily enough, Jodie tweeted at me yesterday, and I didn't see the tweet initially. It just said, "Oh, look at you go! I'm so proud of you." And I was like, "What's she tweeting about? Did she send a picture of me on Twitter or what?" I opened it. It was a trailer to Andrew Garfield's new movie. She got me good. I was like, oh, maybe she's being like a really good friend and she's really proud of, I don't know, tiny hands or something. And she was like, nah, look, here's a good idea to rib on him. So apparently I look like those two. I don't see it personally, but...
I had someone in mind, but I just can't think.
Well, let's see if any of these spike a memory in you. The first one's quite insulting. I don't know who that is, but I'm a bit upset by it. He's not a bad looking dude.
Joe Jonas.
Joe Jonas is a good looking dude. I'll take that as a compliment. Mo Salah, I don't think I look
the rest
any.
Of them are.
Well, Mo Salah's a English. He's Egyptian. He's a football player. I don't think I look anything like him. I'll take it. Jimmy Garoppolo is in the NFL. Jimmy Garoppolo could look like he could play Superman.
Yeah, he did look a bit Superman-y, actually. Yeah.
He's a very good-looking person. I don't look anything like him. I don't have that jaw. I fucking wish I did. Also on this list is Zayn Malik, who I think I'm going to chalk that up to racism because I don't think I look anything like Zayn Malik. It's an honour. It's I'll take it as a compliment.
Actually, I think you have that sort. What's your eyebrow here? Your left eyebrow. Has it got that little like nick in it? That little
not intentionally. It's just the way here. Oh, other eyebrow here.
No, the inner. No, it's this bit near your nose. Yeah, you've got that little like slit that he's got.
Well, that's a unibrow coming through.
You've got like the kind of same sort of beard thing going on.
Yeah. I don't see it. That's an incredible compliment to me, and I
It's
don't
basically just found pictures of people with beards that have the same sort of eyebrows.
Amir Khan's a good one. Amir Khan's good because he has the ear that I do. I don't know if you ever noticed this about me.
Oh yeah, didn't you say one
I
of
have
your
one.
ears?
This ear here sticks out more than the other ear, and I guess it's the same with Amir Khan. So that's fair enough. I'll take Amir Khan. This one this is like the better version of me, I think. In the next picture, Jason Schwartzman. I'll take that. I can kind of see it.
Yeah, you've got the messy sort of hair thing. That
I think it's the messy hair and the scraggly beard. I'll take it. I don't get George Harrison.
Adam,
Beatles.
that guy looks a bit Alexy with his face and that bit of, the facial hair.
I get it. But look at it. Look, that's not fair.
Enrique Iglesias. The fuck?
I don't think I look like Enrique Iglesias. I
guess
think
if
they
you
just
shaved
kind of matched.
If you shaved your face, maybe you'd have a bit of a similar sort of.
I might keep growing my beard, I think I might try and get a big bushy beard again. It's been a while. I think it's time to bring it back.
As long as you don't go on holiday, you'll be getting stopped again.
It's true. It's true. I look questionable. Dodgy. Muslim man with a beard, they pull me over immediately. It's not fair. I don't know who Adam Duritz is, but good lord.
No idea. He just has that Alexy look.
He has the Alexy look.
He had that bit, that bit of like a goatee thing going on.
Yeah. As in, that was all he could grow, realistically.
Yeah, I'd shave that shit off.
Yeah. It was very, thin. It was very fine hair. And then I can kind of see Andy Goldberg, I'll be honest. I think it's the cheeks. I can kind of see it. Gabby couldn't see it. I see it. That's the one that I think just Schwartzman and Andy Goldberg are the closest I've ever gotten on this app. Oh,
I kind of see it.
Could you hear coughing in the other room?
I'm gonna say I heard some sort of coughing. I didn't know if that was part of the skit or what.
That was my sister. She has a cold.
My dad had a bit of a cough today as well, so did I. It's going round.
Do you think you got the wrong
COVID too?
COVID too. Electric Boogaloo. Damn it, you beat me too. Andy Duritz came up twice. I used 2 different pictures of me and he came up both times. Also, I'll stop sending them, but Sacha Baron Cohen showed up.
Oh yeah, maybe that's who I'm thinking. If you did
Borat,
if you just had the moustache.
The moustache. Oh, that's a good point. I actually have a picture of me with a moustache.
I say you've got a picture. I think you sent me a picture. Because one time you shaved it and didn't you accidentally shave it by accident? And you were like, "Well, it's all got to go now."
Yeah, I did that frequently.
I think you were just trimming it up. You were just going round.
Yeah, I had I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious. But I'm not superstitious. That's a fucking office line. But I went through a period of time where, at university, I was scared to trim my beard because I thought my grades would drop.
What the fuck?
I thought I was doing really well, and it must be because I've grown this beard.
Lucky beard.
Lucky beard, and I accidentally shaved it. I went through a period where I played fantasy NFL football. And I trimmed my beard but 10 minutes before a game started. I was like, right, I need to substitute somebody because I know he's injured. I'll trim my beard first. Took too long to trim my beard. Made a mistake. Had to get rid of the whole thing. The game had started and I'd lost. And I thought, it must be because I trimmed my beard. It must be because I got rid of my beard. All my bad luck is congregated in that.
So now you're frantically trying to grow it again.
No, I got better with it. After about 2 days, any bad luck that I thought was coming my way had stopped. And I thought it clearly was just a coincidence and I was being a paranoid little shit. Well, there are people who are like that superstitious and will believe that kind of thing. Here's a picture of me with a big beard. I'll send to you. And then we can compare it. I almost sent it to somebody else. That would have been embarrassing. Save to Dave.
Oh, yeah.
That's me with a big beard. And I've also flicked it out a little bit there.
I'm going to say it looks a bit fluffed out at its side.
I pushed it.
Do you ever used to buy like beard oil and wax and stuff like that?
Yeah, I had the wax. For whatever reason, the wax made my skin really itchy. No, sorry, the oil made my skin really itchy. The wax made it fine. I was fine. I could actually use the wax. This picture of me with a mustache might be one of the most embarrassing pictures I'll ever share. I kind of look like I could be my own uncle.
Fucking hell.
It's
You look
You
like
can-
you're ready to like set up someone's bank account or like selling a car or something.
I do look like a little bit like a used car salesman. Also, my hair's really flat because I think it was in like a bobble all day or a hat all day. You can tell in that picture how unhappy I am with the result.
Did you keep it or did you just get rid of the rest of it?
No, as soon as I took that picture, I got rid of it. It was gone within minutes.
You thought, I'll take a picture just in case.
Well, I thought this one might be a funny thing
I'll
to say.
never
send
do
to Dave
this
one
ever
day.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's let it be known, I will never grow a mustache on its own because I just don't pull it off. A lot of people can pull it off. Tom Selleck can pull it off.
You've
I
got the little
cannot.
curly bit. You curled it up like that pirate in Peter Pan, Captain Hook. Little curl with your hooker,
That pirate.
twirling it.
You had like a choice of one.
I've got to remember what the fuck he's called. I've not watched Peter Pan in
What
years.
do you mean? Everybody knows Peter Pan's enemy is Captain Hook. There's only one pirate in the fucking thing, except for like
Might be
Schmee.
called like Captain Pugwash or something. I don't
It's
know.
not going to be Schmee. Captain what?
Captain Pugwash. You never see that as a kid? That TV show.
No, I've never heard of that in my life.
Oh, it's a classic, Captain Pugwash.
Never heard of it. Don't
See
even know.
you calling me out on Captain Hook. You don't even know Captain Pugwash.
Well, because I'm 24. You've got 6 years on me. I've never heard of that.
I think it's still got like put out again, like put on kiddies TV quite a bit.
Kiddies TV.
I'm sure they must have put it out for you, a bit of filler content. Get Captain Pugwash on again, they'll love it.
Captain Pugwash. I do not recognise that. I have no idea what that is.
Take his piss out of him.
I don't know what he is. I've never seen him before in my life.
Aren't they like? I can't remember. They look really weird. Let's have a look. I've got to like reach around my camera and type.
Oh, is your setup like a precarious one?
Yeah, Captain.
Better be careful. You might lose all the soundproofing.
Oh, it's all balanced up there.
You
Oh, he's
stick
like a
it to the
round.
wall.
He's a round guy, isn't he? Not going to rip my posters down to put soundproofing up
Well, what's the point of having the soundproofing? You've just got it
'Cause it's-
balanced.
because it's doing the job.
Is it doing the job? I guess
Yeah.
you sound the exact same to me. Maybe you sound better on recording, but you sound the
What are you
exact same.
beefing
to me.
for? What are you
What do
beefing
you-
for?
Because if you're gonna get soundproofing, stick it on the wall.
Oh, it's effort, that man.
Can't be bothered.
Anyway,
We're about
Captain Pugwash, what a classic.
what a classic. We'll talk about the second bit that I had in mind that we clearly didn't have enough time for. Don't open that parcel. You have to wait till next week now.
Shit.
It's gonna get worse for you.
Are we wrapping up?
I think we should wrap up. Do you want to do the outro considering you did
No.
the intro?
I'll wrap it up. So, hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want to listen to us on any other platform, well, we'll be on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spotify, Google
Spotify.
Podcasts. Are we on Stitcher? Because our
We might be.
buyer, we might be on Stitcher.
I think we're
Who
on
knows?
Stitcher. It's not. Stitcher's never worked for me, so I don't know. It says we've been approved, but I have no idea. I will double
Oh,
check.
that'll be if you find us on there. Give us a like or something. Social media. Our Instagram, tinyhandspod _. Twitter, tinyhandspod. TikTok, tinyhandspod. And Discord, we'll put a link in the description because it's too hard to read out. And if you want to contact us via email, community@tinyhands.uk.
Yeah. Also,
should be
if you have any idea who we look like, if you have a celebrity comparison, whether it's a cartoon or a real life person, email
send
a
us an
picture
email.
of it to
Send us
community
email.
at Tiny Hands, and I will. It will give me a good chuckle, and I'm sure we'll talk about it again on the next, whenever it happens. And nobody's
Yeah, so-
used that email yet, anyway. I might email us in with some
I'll
suggestions.
send a bunch in of Yakub, just various pictures of you.
You're gonna come back
Yes,
next week with some pictures of me. It's gonna be horrific.
I guess we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah. I'll see you later.
See you later.
In a way.